What's going on? Celebrity health expert OB here. Does apple cider vinegar help with weight loss? Do you know how many medical doctors I've seen say this on YouTube? Take some little apple cider vinegar and all of a sudden the fat's going to go away just like that. I'm here to tell you that is false. That is not true. There are no long-term studies, all right? No long-term studies whatsoever that show that apple cider vinegar will help with fat loss or weight loss. Maybe some small clinical studies that have shown that it might suppress your appetite, but there are just not any large studies out there that have actually validated that. And I think this is the problem with our society right now. It's like these sexy concoctions that people throw out there. That is what gets clicks and views. That's what people want to hear. But I'm here to tell you the conventional way of losing weight has not changed over the last 90 to 100 years. You have to diet, you have to exercise. It's that simple. You've got to eat right and you've got to exercise. To be able to achieve fat loss, you need to be in a caloric deficit. Now, I'm not here to bash apple cider vinegar. There are some health benefits to apple cider vinegar. There are studies that have shown that it can improve insulin sensitivity if you eat it with a high carbs meal. There are also studies that have shown that it can improve your blood sugar levels, all right? There's also some studies that have shown that it can improve your cholesterol levels and your triglycerides. But the idea that that's going to help you lose body fat and weight loss, there's no long-term or large studies to validate that. You have to be in a deficit. You have to be in a deficit. I am going to repeat that so many times until you're tired of hearing that. To lose 1 pound per week, you need to be in a daily caloric deficit of 500 calories. To lose 2 pounds per week, you need to be in a daily caloric deficit of 1,000 calories, all right? What is a caloric deficit? It's burning more calories than you're consuming. And the only way to achieve that is through exercise and through diet. You have to figure out how many calories should I consume that's going to give me enough energy to function throughout the day and allow me to be able to lose body fat and lose weight. And then you've got to exercise. You got to figure out what is the appropriate cardiovascular program for me and weight training program. If you combine cardio, right, and you combine weight training and you combine a balanced diet, that has your proteins, your carbs, your fats, everything is balanced, you are going to lose body fat, you are going to lose weight. But I don't want you to gravitate to these silly, sexy concoctions that say, take some apple cider vinegar, do this, do that, take this little pill and you're going to just lose body fat. It doesn't happen that way, all right? It's boring to say exercise. It's boring to say diet. All right. It's boring to say go for a run. It's boring to say go weight training. That is the only way to lose body fat and lose fat loss. And so the problem with what's going on with our society is that there's so many so-called experts that are speaking in the weight loss space, and they want to push out their diet hacks to you to tell you that if you do this, you're going to lose body fat and you're going to lose fat. And that's just not how doesn't happen that way. And it never has ever happened that way. All right. You need to figure out, work with a personal trainer or a nutritionist. They create a nice little balanced diet for you. And then an exercise program, weight training, resistance training, 3 to 4 days a week. Get your cardio 3 to 4 days a week and be in a balanced diet. And you figure out how many calories you should be consuming. That's going to put you in a caloric deficit. And that's going to lead to belly fat or fat loss or weight loss. All right. But the apple cider vinegar, some of these doctors and experts that are pushing that, that's garbage. You're not going to lose body fat. Hey, take this little drink and I'm just going to lose body fat. It's not going to happen. You got to exercise, all right? And you have to diet. And you have to be in a balanced diet to lose body fat, to lose weight, all right? It's that simple. So please, if there's any doctor, if there's any expert that says, take some apple cider vinegar and I'm going to lose body fat, I'm going to lose weight, I want you to run away. I want you to just remove that video. I want you to run away from that article. Do not pay attention to that person because that person does not understand how fat loss and weight loss works. There are no studies, okay, based off of science that showcases that apple cider vinegar is going to help you lose weight. All right. There's none. There's no large studies. All right. There's no long-term studies that validate that. Exercise and you've got a diet, all right, you combine that formula. That formula is never going to go out of style. For anybody that has any interest in weight loss coaching, body sculpting, fat loss coaching, click on the link in the description and I can help you. I've transformed everybody. I've helped people lose 100 plus pounds, 70, 80, 60, 50, 40, 30. And if you don't want me, I'm sure there's a lot of credible experts out there as well too. I just want you to be successful when it comes to weight loss. And I want you to get that apple cider vinegar out of your head that's going to make you lose body fat and lose weight, because it's not going to do that. Celebrity health expert Obi, I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys have a blessed and great day. Take care.